PETA, podcast every day in April, where during the month of April you'll hear about different topics and different stories and discussions that I have on my mind and on my heart to discuss and address for this month. It may be sports related, it may be stuff related. You may even hear some guests on the show that you may haven't even seen or heard from me addressing on the show. But this is PETA, and this is Podcast Every Day in April. Hope you enjoy. Episode 171 of The Pass is here. I'm your host, BT, doing a bit of a different recording that many of you may or may not be used to. Before I go into that, I'll just get all of the normal stuff out of the way. Podcasts are uploaded daily using Spreaker.com. And today we're not using the Blue Yeti. I'm actually using my headphones, and I'm going to do kind of a quick recording. Should still come out with the same quality, but just trying something out. So not gonna really give y'all a lot of extra over the top details. We're gonna just go ahead and jump into it. I was kind of on the fence about recording today, but I do know since I'm doing a podcast every day, I wanted to go ahead and stick to my word, or be a man of my word as far as recording a show. So we're here. That's where we're at, and this is the show we have. So this is the halfway point. If you have been keeping up, we're doing a pretty strong trend. If you haven't been keeping up, to kind of give you a backlog without taking you too far into the archive, so far we talked about April Fool's Day and Easter being on the same day, kind of giving a backstory of that, addressing Autism Awareness Day, which was the second. I did do, as always, the weekly show. That was one for 150, episode 159 and 166. Episode 166 was very interesting. I'll leave it at that. 160, I did talk about The Secret, kind of giving you an overview of the book and my personal take from it. 163, we talked about the NBA 2K League and what's coming in that plan. Learning not to take things personal. Also talked about how important it is to kind of get that mental recharge. I actually, I won't say took a chance, but went with something a little different as far as talking about what's known as people who are drivers and those who are passengers, and kind of knowing the distinction between the two. Moments of giving up and wanting to quit on yourself, attitude adjustments, and getting out of the bag. So if you have not been keeping up, if you're following on any social media, personally, if you're on Instagram, you kind of get the best overview. I do share every, kind of an image of what we will be kind of talking about and what the main focus of the podcast will be. So that's mainly what I have for you all today. Not really going to be too much of a lengthy podcast. We have more stories and more things to discuss coming down the line. I do want to remember before I forget, obviously, today was tax day, so hopefully you got your taxes done. I know it's like an hour left, at least on the East Coast, so those who are on the West Coast, if you have not done so, please make sure to go get your taxes knocked out. But yeah, that's kind of the show today. If you want to get any information, links are in the description, in the show notes, and if you're looking to do any social networking with me, passpodcastbt@gmail.com. Look forward to talking to y'all soon, and we'll do this again on tomorrow. The one point of the show I don't like to reach, but every show must have an ending. So you have made it to the end of yet another episode of the podcast every day in April. Continue to tune in. These will be going on from April the 1st until April the 30th. And I will guarantee you that there will be plenty of content and more than enough information to share and address during this show. Thanks for tuning in.